Well, if you recall, Hughes went off to look at the person who'd been dragged off by the velociraptors, and you sent Sev back to the outpost to get reinforcements or to check in at the outpost. And by the time you came back, he was already back at the original spot on the road waiting for you with the guards.
We sent him to get reinforcements, didn't we?
Yeah, you told him to go to the outpost rather than you going out there, come back, and then going to the outpost. And then you did a pushed march to try and make up ground because obviously you spent half the day following up on the body. So you did that to like make up time as if you'd actually been tracking the ones you're after for the day, so you didn't lose out. And I think we covered all the fatigue and the night watch and that kind of stuff as you made camp.
Yeah, if I remember, we cleared everything, so we're ready to just basically go straight.
So you can just straight off again, yeah.
Yeah, we've been able to sort that out at the end of last, didn't we?
I believe
Can you double click your avatar? Oh, there we go. It's just being lag.
Quite the discrepancy in HP and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it does swing, doesn't it?
In the low end, we've got him with 5, and then we've got Twin Duddle there with 19. It's a slight difference.
Well, let's Godfrey. It's just all right, ready for battle over in Jar Jar, and Godfrey's like, okay, I'll be right behind you guys. All the way over there on the other side.
Yep. But he's got a lot of people to hide behind this time.
So what we do is we just structure like a shield of bodies around him at every time to boost his HP.
Ablative wounds.
Just bleeding out and dying people.
The lookouts are
Go for the legs. Let Daredevil finish them.
It'll be that one time as a sneak attack, and that'll be in pure paranoid for the rest of the game.
Well, I mean, that is the thing.
I just have in my head, I've now got that red dwarf scene where Crichton is orbiting Rimmer.
Not sure which one that is.
I touched that one as well. Let him know what a red dwarf, so I can't remember that one.
It's the red dwarf scene where he's like, oh, like, you know, Crichton, I'll be, you know, right behind you, you know, in case you're attacked. And Crichton's like, oh, but Mr. Rimmer, they're more likely to attack you from behind. And he went, oh, go behind me. But what if they attack you from the front, Mr. Rimmer? Oh, right, just orbit me then.
Man, I haven't watched Red Dwarf in a long time. I can back and watch them.
Same. The newer seasons weren't that that really.
No. Especially the very later ones that came back and like they were all obviously very old looking.
Yeah.
You gotta let things go at some point.
It's the seasons on the green bug that we grew up with, really.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some good ones when they're on the Red Dwarf again.
Yeah.
And the last
the weird penguin episode where everyone starts wearing a dress and having a penguin hand puppet.
Yeah, that was
That was a great show back in the day.
There were many great shows back in the day. What happened to that, man? You used to have good comedies. It was the one thing the British did well was like comedies. Everything else is fucking guff.
And everything with PC and that was it.
I don't think that's the problem, man.
I missed the IT Crowd. That was a funny show. I thought I love that one.
That wasn't IT. That wasn't BBC though. But IT Crowd was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of Graham London stuff was good, like Black Books, IT Crowd, Father Ted.
I never got into Black Books.
Did you not?
No. I like the guy who was doing it. I can't remember. I liked his stand-up. He was good. I just never got into Black Books.
Dylan Moran, the Irish guy, or Bill Bailey.
Bill Bailey, yeah.
Yeah. Bill Bailey stand-ups are great. It's that mixing of comedy and music type of thing.
Yeah, the music I could take or leave it. But he had that kind of... He had a bit of absurdist comedy to him that was quite funny.
Yeah.
See that.
Had a really good D&D 5th edition session yesterday.
Nice. I think I've played 5th Ed twice in my life.
It's one of those long-standing campaigns that is just, should we pick it up in 2026? Yeah, please. Be great to play again.
How long's your 5th Ed one been running?
This one that I'm a player in is it's about a year and a half. But the one that I run has been going on since pre-COVID type of thing.
Jeez, that's long.
Yeah, you're 11th level now. I'm still enjoying it apparently, so I'll keep running it. Problem is, I've got 2 Australians in the game, so it hits that sort of daylight savings half of the year where it's just impossible.
Yeah.
So we're on a break until March now.
Do you do it in like chunks, like seasons, and then come back to it, or is it just continuous?
Yeah, it's a continuous campaign. Yeah, one big one.
Do you get bored of playing the same game every week?
We don't really get a chance to do it every week. It's probably like once a month when I'm running my
Right,
campaign.
okay.
So we don't get bored of it.
All right.
I mean, for me personally, it's like I've got like a like a big long running arcing storyline that I want to get through type of thing. So the actual mechanics of 5th edition haven't yet bored me to the point where it's put me off the story that I want to tell.
Well, I mean, if you're doing once a month, that's 12 a year, which is the same as when I run them for like 12 sessions, which is like within 3 months. So,
we were reliably doing it every week because it was every Saturday morning that I would run it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 10 a.m. Saturday morning for us, which would become 8 p.m. Saturday night for the Australians. So we'd play for a good 3-4 hours every Saturday.
I do like running a game like early daytime when you're more awake.
Same. Yeah, it's when you get to like 1 p.m. and it's like done and you're like, oh, I'm not going to bed.
Yeah.
I've got the rest of the day left. What the hell? Yeah, I found the Saturday morning slot was just the best for us as well.
I got for a very short time. I was getting up at 8 a.m. because a guy in I think he's in Malaysia was running one. That was really good. Very short lived though.
Nice.
That was
I got one of my co-workers does like a paid for DM with 4 other friends, and he's Hong Kong hours.
Yeah.
So they play at weird times throughout the week.
Yeah. There was a guy from the Philippines, Singapore, sorry, that I added to his server. He's since left, and he was a really fucking good player. I only got like 2 sessions to play with him because I was another player in the game, but he was really fucking good. But total opposite time hours. And he went to night school and all that shit as well. It was just like I think he left because he was like,
they're 12 hours in the future, and you think, oh fuck. So I'm always making sure that I'm very grateful to the Australians for sacrificing their Saturday night for us.
I mean, sitting down at 8 o'clock on the Saturday's not too bad either.
Yeah. Especially if we're not doing it as regularly as we used to.
During COVID, I was running 4-5 games a week for like 3-4 months. Because I ran games for a good while before that, but after that, I felt like I can run anything.
Minimum prep? Let's just improv.
Well, that was when, I was like, I really honed not being able to fucking... When I first started dreaming it was Shadowdark 5th edition. And I would stat out all the NPCs as if they were like characters.
Oh god.
It was horrendous.
I think I read one chapter in the book which said just every NPC, just give them -2 to whatever the enemy player, the antagonist player is rolling. Just no need to give them stat blocks. Just average -2. There we go.
Yeah, I was too new to realise that, man.
And then you run into Dave's group, and it's like, oh my god, I'm dead on the first session. Wonderful.
Well, I mean, that probably would have put me off, but when I started playing with Dave, I can't remember how many years ago that was, I didn't have that problem, and I was actually okay, because I was a rigger. It was fine for the whole campaign I played with him. It was only later when I tried to make characters, they ended up getting fucking bumped off, like after I went to 1-2 sessions. Or my decker who had her deck like destroyed first like hack attempt because it was a data bomb. That was fun.
So I'm running a new character now. Well, you can still play the same character. I can't play that. I can't.
I don't have the money to buy a deck. How am I supposed to earn the money to buy a deck when I'm the decker? I don't have any skills to do anything else because I'm the decker.
You could hack with your comm link. Shut the fuck up.
The most was Glim though when I got that because I was like Glim is like come play the Shadow Dave's game. That would be pretty good. And he played it and he got like knocked out first turn in combat and then spent 4 hours just sitting there not doing anything. And he was like, I'm not playing this again. I was like, I don't blame you.
Yeah. It's one of those role heavy games where everyone understands the role, everyone gets their moment to shine. If it gets messy at all, though, it can fall apart very quickly.
You got to give people leeway in that game. But I mean, I've written my own Shadowrun systems like 3 or 4 times to run it without running Shadowrun.
Because there's an element of the crunch that is so appealing, but then in actual play, the crunchiness of the rules just drags it down, I find.
I mean, not for me. I don't really like crunch, but I get that the character building is fun for most people to spend ages on. But I mean, I find it kind of laborious.
Yeah, it is. No, yeah, it's fun once or twice, and if you're hitting that third character, it's like I don't want to go through it again.
Yeah.
I don't have the attention span. Yeah.
Like, where the fuck is Drag, man?
It's unusual for him being late.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I don't see him on.
Drag Dirtle, is he?
I don't see him on. No, Drax. Godfrey.
Godfrey. Yeah.
He's probably been like that, or they're just going to talk shit for half an hour anyway.
What was that? Sorry.
It says he's probably like that. They're just going to talk shit for the first half hour anyway. Roll these.
Definitely enjoying this one a lot more.
Was that, sorry?
Definitely enjoying this one. Like sometimes I find it just hard to sort of get my head around the mechanics a wee bit and stuff like that. Once or twice, just because it's like once a week and my memory goes a bit funny with 1 or 2 times. But this one's really easy and I'm enjoying it a lot.
But the purest form of a D20 game. There's no adding base attack bonus. There's no adding proficiency. It's just these are your stats.
I mean, I think it's because
That's all you get.
usually when Tink's been my games, it's been my system, and like we're literally playtesting it, so things change. I mean, and you can see how much tinkering I did with this one. I can't fucking leave a system alone.
Yeah, it's kind of like the purest form of like AD&D. Essentially, it's high lethality. You will not have high bonuses. It is a 50% chance you're going to fail every time.
I mean,
type of.
You ever seen World of Dungeons? It's a slimmed down version of Dungeon World. So it's the 2d6 plus the modifier system. All you have is your name. You pick your class, but your class just is like whatever applies to your class. You have those skills. And then you have the 6 stats with, the 6 modifiers. That's it. There's nothing else to it.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to run. Something like that, man. That would be my preference for this. But I would change the 6 stats because I don't like these 6 stats. I don't think they cover your things very well. That's what I quite like about Shadowrun's one, because they have like reaction as a stat.
That's a bit sorry.
Like, I like the way the stats are done in Shadowrun. They're quite good. The way they're divided up, you have like reaction, willpower, etc.
Yeah, it's kind of like how there's almost always 2 stats applied plus something else for like your core based stuff. So you could have super high reaction, but the other stat could be low, type of thing.
Okay, so Durdle's going last today. You guys are all really low. All the NPCs rolled high.
Right for it.
All the NPCs rolled high. They were playing on Tuesday, man, and I swear to fucking God, they could not get hit to fucking save themselves. There's so many dice. They used all their luck up in like the first combat turn. And they had 2 combats against orcs in it, and the orcs were like fucking hammering them. Because Swindle went down and lost an eye. That was the second time he went down. He went down before that, but he got the roll where it was just like cracked armor, and he didn't have the helm or whatever, so it didn't actually affect him. And then my wife's character went down to 0 as well. So they got fucking. Their dice rolls were fucking terrible.
That's what the message was all about. Everything's fine and everything burning down, and they live just.
It's so inconsistent when you're trying to attack things, man.
We did have the weird big snake battles that all the wee snakes were practically killing us all, and then it was just they could get through the boss. That was it.
Well, there was the same with the spiders. So the wee spiders were doing all the damage, but they were fighting orcs that time. They had 2 orcs, and they just killed the 2 orcs. But then after that, it was like 6 orcs. But they had an advantage. They had NPCs helping them like you guys do, and they'd set it up so there was all these NPC jellyfish, which could paralyze the orcs in the water. So one of the orcs got paralyzed and drowned, and it was just the other 5. But the other 5 chewed through the NPCs like they were nothing. Killed fucking Swindle twice. Sorry, Swindle was like, I'm not going to stand on this stone platform out of the water waiting for, so I've got advantage hitting guys that are coming at me. I'm going to teleport over here and balance on this bit of wood that's floating in the corner. And he got a critical failure, and he'd already used his luck. So I was like, okay, well then the body that was floating in the water beside the bit of wood is actually a zombie, and it's going to like fucking attack you. So he had to spend like 3-4 rounds dealing with the fucking zombie before he could even do anything. And then because he's a goblin, it's like waist deep water for everyone else. He's only a goblin, so he has to like swim at disadvantage the whole fucking time. And I was like, why are you in the fucking water? Why don't you just teleport back onto the platform? And he's like, because I was trying to be useful. And I was like, fucking idiot.
Swindle.
So,
It's always swindle.
yeah, but totally self-inflicted. I mean, nobody made him do that. Just throwing himself into difficulty. But yeah, they barely fended off fucking 5 orcs after that one.
Oh, he's a Swindle and he's a raccoon and something. That's what I think's hilarious every time.
Well, I mean, more often he plays goblins than things. But yeah, he likes little guys. Because when he started that one,
It's
like,
just a real gremlin incarnate.
yeah, but when he started that one, it was like, because he's saying about being like a support character, and I was like, well, you could be blah 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 blah, and he's like, yeah, but there's an assassin, and then I could be a goblin. I'm like,
You randomly roll goblin as well.
The guy knows what he likes.
he picked his, but yeah.
It's goblin or raccoon with that guy usually, 50-50.
It's always little minion guys, yeah.
I remember, I think it was his rules in what is that? Oh, yeah, did his Iron Monster one, and every time it's just his one. It was always a disaster every time. It was just...
I can't remember what his rules were like in that game. That was a fun game though.
I remember everything that went wrong was always when he did the rolls, and it was his turn to do rolls for something.
Probably that's usually how it goes.
Trying to place blame on his feet, but it's not really his fault.
Well, I mean, when he chooses to throw himself into situations, it's definitely his fault. But I mean, his dice don't help. He's not super lucky with the dice.
Mm-hmm.
This game, everybody's been getting fucked with the dice, which I think is more telling of the system than anything else.
I feel like we've rolled a lot more failures than critical successes.
Yes.
Yeah. To be fair, I was planning on losing access to cure wounds a lot earlier, but you know.
I think we've survived quite well considering. I mean, like the only time we've really had major forms of death was, like I said, at the snake boss sort of battle.
I think if we were playing it rules as written, it would be worse, like a lot worse.
Probably.
Because you would be losing your spells
Scary.
more often.
That's what we're just a great team and we do well, think well.
I mean, it's maybe a high turnover game. At least at the early levels. I think once you get past a certain level amount, it gets a lot easier. Because you've got the backup HP and such.
Do we come back as level 1 if we die?
Yes. Well, I have written down the thing, if they retrieve your body and give you a burial, you can start with some XP.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll come back as a new character. It has a whole funnel thing for level 0 characters as well to work their way to level 1. Right, I guess we'll just start without him. I pinged him, and he never pinged back. Yes, so if you recall, you had met Seville with his very long name. Managed to communicate with him, track down where the caravan was ambushed, signs the bodies, and the animal attack. You followed the animal trails and found a corpse. Found 2 corpses actually, but you found 1 corpse of the person you think you were looking for. You sent him back to the outpost that they were originally destined for, and he came back and met you at the road when he's returned. And he has these 5 guards with him from the outpost. Those are Varenth guards, of course. For communication purposes, we'll just say Godfrey's there and he's going to translate whatever he's going to say to Seville and vice versa. And then after you just come back, you did do some sort of tracking, following the trail of the wagons. You found one wagon that was kind of like overturned and all these smashed bottles of elvish wine. You were able to recover 4 cases of wine, which I think you wanted to stash so you could come back for it later.
That's right.
I won't bother with an item for that, I could do that later. And then you made camp, did watch, all that kind of stuff. So we're at the start of a new day. The people who ambushed the wagon, the caravan with the other wagon, they will be at least a day ahead of you at this point. Let's say a day ahead, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think they're a day, maybe a day and a half ahead of you. Wherever they are intended on going. At the moment, the trail would take you, continue down this road the way it originally came. You'll see like the wagon trails deep into the mud, as well as several footsteps. So that will be easy to follow from the get-go, if that's what you want to do.
I wonder if the guards maybe have like a map of the area, and then we could maybe see if we could detour through or something anywhere to try and bridge the gap of speed.
They would definitely have, if they didn't even have like a map of the area, because maps are actually kind of expensive usually, but they would definitely know like where the road leads to and where it joins up. But I mean, this road leads directly to the Ikvanda Elvish Kingdom. There would be footpaths coming off of it, maybe occasionally going to like small Elvish farms in the jungle. But they wouldn't be leading off to any other major destinations, because it is all like thick jungle here. And the elves, with their culture and stuff, they believe in like keeping the jungle as pristine as possible.
It's the shortcut it then, right?
Well, the road to the Ikvanda city is like the most direct route. So it's pretty much a straight road
Okay.
going sort of southeast.
And from then we'll just follow the path then, continue on.
So we will do a journey roll if I can. Oh,
Yeah, I'm agreed.
different. Oh, I mean,
Everyone else up there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all happy with that. Let's
Sounds good to me.
keep following the caravan.
I just need to use a setting in this journal because I can't read any of the pages now because it's all like black background.
Let me get a reminder of what the original job was. Was it to meet up with the caravan, defend it, and then
No, it hadn't
got a
arrived,
cut.
so you were to like find out what happened to it and try to recover all the stuff that was transporting, and you were going to get a cut of the worth for whatever you returned.
Gotcha.
So it's a hit or miss if we want to try and continue basically and try and get more stuff back and bring it back to get a higher reward, or basically sort of like abandon where we're at. But obviously, it depends how what we're thinking with Zev and things like that.
It's definitely our best interest to at least retrieve some of the cargo.
So we've only got wine so far, so
I think without Drac here, your roll for traveling is going to be easier. And then with your NPC helper, that'll be a +4 to the roll. So, Tom, you want to make a D20 +4 roll?
Yes.
Because you got the ranger and the other guy like sort of helping you, so it's going to be quite
Nope.
high. What's that? You should all
Didn't
have
go through
luck
with the
as well if you
+4,
don't
so
have.
that's 11.
Oh, 7, okay.
D20 +4, isn't it? So +4 to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 11 on top. I went for the roll dice function, thinking it might ask me if there was a modifier,
Right.
but you just rolled a
Yeah.
d20.
12 would be the DC. So 11 is a little short.
Boo.
Dum dum dum.
Encounter is rolled, but may not necessarily be hostile. I have an encounter thing here. 18 close suspicious. Where's the fucking actual thing you've came across? Not that. Oh, okay. How to play this? You're going to come across a single elf sitting by the side of the road eating. Just like chowing down on some rations that he has. He is not going to be wearing the colours of the Ikvanda, like Sev with you is. He is not wearing the yellow and orange colours of the Lirail. They were the ones that ambushed the caravan. So he's like nondescript. Just wearing like some basic like loincloth and beads and feathers, but not any particular insignias or anything like that showing.
Definitely check in with Sev. Indicate to the guy up ahead. Sort of ask Sev or through Godfrey. Is this guy an enemy?
Yeah, Sev will be like, well, he's not dressed like a warrior, and he can't be a spy or a scout if he's just sitting.
Should we approach this gentleman, ask him for directions? He says sarcastically, since we're following wagon wheel marks.
Could ask me what he's seen from last by as well.
What's that, sir?
Could ask and see if he's seen anything. He's been here for a while.
Okay, do you want to just walk up to him and talk to him then?
Like Braz was there, I thought he was already. I just put a suggestion.
Yeah, I mean, if you are like walking towards him, he's going to obviously notice that you're coming, pack away his rations and just like stand up quite quickly. He has like a walking staff or stick with him, but he doesn't really seem to have anything else. He has like a leather satchel like hanging off the side of his belt, and you might just catch the glint of gold coins out of the corner of the bag. Seva approaches him, speaks to him in Elvish, and he like talks back to him. And then Sev turns to you guys and says, yeah, he says he's just a traveller, just stopping on his way going north.
Okay, seen any sort of like damaged caravans coming by or anything recently? Or anything come down the path?
He will answer that he has not seen anyone else in days.
From the direction he's come and the direction he's going, is that how close is that to where we're off to? Can we ask him for what he may have encountered up ahead? Or is he?
Well, if they were taking the wagon down this road and he came along this road, then he must have seen them. Like that wouldn't have been possible to miss them, basically. But he will say, and Seth will probably indicate that it sounds like he's a little wishy-washy on his story here, because he now says, oh, he wasn't walking along the road, he came in from the jungle.
Let's see if we can't press him. Sounds like his story's falling apart faster than wet paper. Let's see if we can't maybe intimidate him a little bit.
Just Dartle walks up, grabs him, just starts yelling at him in Dwarfish. And he's like, what do you mean north? Do you mean left or right?
Give me a charisma check, Turtle, and you can have advantage because you're demon-born.
Oh god, the thing just sort of deafens me with a whole bunch of dice. Right. Sorry, 1 second, I'm trying to find my sheet. Oh, Jesus.
He immediately just like starts panicking and gibbering frantically in Elvish. And Sale kind of like puts his hand on your shoulder, Durdle, and he's like, he's very scared. He says he means us no harm. He says he found a body in the woods and he stole the gold from the body.
Ooh, do we want to look for this body, or is there anything else this guy was holding other than gold?
The guy
Probably taking everything that's worth.
Yeah, he reaches into like the satchel and pulls out like a handful of gold coins, and he's like, "I don't even want the money. You can have it. Please don't hurt me."
Durdle doesn't care. He's not robbing this guy. Like, no, he just wants to know. Like, he'll be turning to like Braz or something like that, or Godfrey and Braz, and go, like, do we know if any of these is like elvish things? He's clear he doesn't want the gold, right? Like, he's stepped back, not wanting to antagonize further.
He will point off in a sort of northerly direction of the side of the road, indicating where he came across the body.
Get some of the gold, leave him with maybe one bit of gold, and we walk off to where he found it, so we at least get the information.
I mean, he won't put up any resistance if you take the gold out of his hand, so you could take 4 gold coins if you want.
We'll do that. I'll take 4. There's a gold coin each.
Yeah, if you want to mark one each, I'll put one onto Godfrey's as well.
A beautiful, beautiful coin.
My reserves are replenishing rapidly. I have 2 gold coins.
Not to be
Just in
sniffed
time
at.
to lose it with the next time we carouse.
Just next time I burn down the police station.
In short order, you will find the body of a slain elvish warrior. He is wearing the orange and yellow garb of the Lirail. He has clearly been like speared in the torso several times and then bled to death.
Any spears left behind?
Sorry?
Any spears left behind?
Yes, there'll be a spear that he must have been holding. It's just like lying on the ground next to him.
Well, I think I'll retrieve that.
Okay, that's in your inventory. Petty theft is...
Although my
always an option.
encumbrance is not doing great.
I find use of it. Suppose that. Right, so continue on then. Basically, the guy body's not going to tell us much. At least tells us they're in that direction. Although he survived walking that far and he's been speared now, kind of a concerning fact.
Yeah, considering they're the fenders that have taken the wagon, if they're still fighting off something. Unless he was abandoned.
Yeah, it could have been just abandoned at that point, basically.
Okay, another quarter mile or so along the road after you leave that guy, you'll find the other wagon. It is just sat kind of like at an angle off the road, and it's been completely emptied.
You say the other wagon, were there only 2
It would appear so by the tracks,
that were
yes.
finding?
If you're looking around for tracks, Tanic, you'll see there's a lot more foot tracks here. In addition to the elves you've been tracking, you can also see the hoofs of Thanians, those wildebeest-looking Thanians. They're quite common to the area. There's like a number of them have been in and around where this wagon has been pulled over, and all the tracks together kind of go off directly south into the jungle.
I feel like they were sort of fighting it anyway. I sort of can see from.
I was going to say, is that like they've encountered a war group, or they've met up with reinforcements?
I think for that detail, Tanic, you could give me a wisdom roll with advantage. See how good your detective skills are. I would think because they walk off together, it doesn't suggest. I mean, there may have been a scuffle of some sort, but they've walked off together. It's not been like a pursuit or a chase, which would suggest that they've left as one party.
Okay, decided by either one, we just give back the wine that we got, really, and just head back nice and safe, and get very little reward, to practically none, or we try and continue to get sort of vengeance for Zev, or he's content in getting more revenge against these or not. That's the way I sort of see it. because we'll probably maybe back us up anyway for the side quest we've got with the crown. That's something more Godfrey and that was working towards.
Mm. Yeah, because we can already use Zev for the main reason we took this job, but at the same time, it's a job's a job.
Then you on then?
We do
We'll see your
God.
38 then.
What was that? Sorry, your microphone peaked a bit.
Alright, so we'll just continue on then. See how far we get.
I'd say so. I mean, if we continue on and see that it's really worth retreating, then at the very least we can direct them to the bandits that have robbed the caravans in the first place.
As long as Dev doesn't die, right? That's the rule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not here
Right.
to die for Sev's people.
Well, those two rolled. So Braz, if you want to roll again, d20 plus 4. A little better.
12 this time.
It's a success this time. Okay, so could everybody make DC 9 con check? Probably.
Do I have advantage to this,
Yes.
or is it just
Yeah, you
con?
will.
Just
Yeah, you will, because it's to do with endurance and stuff. Oh, Braz.
Yeesh.
What's it doing? Sorry.
Con check. You need a 9. Braz, can you take a fatigue? Tank, you're fine.
Skin.
But no encounter, so that's good. I should actually make you do a second one because of the first failure, but never mind.
Oh god, apply twice.
Well, you can just roll it again. You don't need to. Yeah, you may as well roll it again if we're gonna do it properly. Turtle's fine. Unsurprisingly, attack's fine.
Do I have to roll it again?
Yes, please.
Just a flat one.
Con check, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, it's not better.
Okay, so 2 fatigue in total for you. But that one is a success, so you will travel the rest of that day's journey without bumping into anything that's going to cause you any trouble.
I am very tired.
I'm just going to make a little roll to see how much you catch up. They were a day ahead. Okay, so judging by the tracks, yous are going to make really good time, or they're making very poor time. They seem to be slowed down. Perhaps they've offloaded what was in the wagon, and that the weight of that is slowing down, or perhaps because there's so many of them now, they're getting slowed down. But you can't be more than half a day behind them at this point. So if you you could either push to move on during the night to try and make up extra distance, and then you might actually catch up to them by the time they've camped, or you can just camp down for the night and then try to catch up with them tomorrow.
I mean, with the amount of exhaustion I'm running with, fatigue rather, I actually am exhausted right now due to my inventory slots. So I would push for a spot rest.
But it's different.
What
Now.
are
They
the
take less the exhaustion now. It's the fatigue thing now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what he's saying. He's got a lot of it.
Yeah, I've got 4 points of fatigue, which have negatived my stats to the point that my inventory is 15 over 11. So if we get into a fight, my movement speed will be 0. And what was the other negative?
Your initiative
Being
goes to
exhausted.
1.
Yeah, you can still take actions, but I won't be able to, essentially do anything in a fight if we go into it at this point.
Yeah, plus you have the modifiers to your stats, which isn't good.
Yeah.
Have that one fatigue from the traveler, because every time you travel, it's one fatigue, isn't it? So,
No, that's why you did the con check, because if you fail the con check, you take fatigue, but you passed yours, so you don't take any additional fatigue.
all right, that's fine. Then I can help take then watch. Then we'll rest for you to get your fatigue back. Then, because I've got no fatigue at all.
Okay, so you want to take watch. You just want to camp time for the night. That's fine.
Yeah.
So split it with you, Tannic, then? Like Durdle and you, since we both don't.
Well, if he rolls
I'm
well, he shouldn't need to split it. Because if he rolls well and it passes without anything happening, it should be fine.
Right, so the rolls of fate begins.
I like
We're
how
all
we've
still
got
holding
sort of-
luck.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're intending to rest, consume a ration. And then if you want, you can do the fireside chat to try and get an XP as well, if you want.
Has anyone got a ration?
Yes, Durdle does. They still
No.
got 3 uses, so, you know, since Tannic keeps feeding us.
Yeah. Yeah, if I could,
I have
consume a use of those.
Yeah, I mean, you can set up a... You can describe to me how you're setting up your camp, like what precautions you're taking, things like that, so I know what DC to make the check.
I'll probably use parts of the trees around us and stuff, like try and build some sort of like camping around the bigger ones and have like the guards help sort of stand sort of watch a bit around it.
Yeah, maybe kind of make like a small dugout out of loose trees and stuff.
If we're not far from that broken caravan, probably use a couple of bits from that, maybe even. No, we're away from that caravan there, aren't we? So
I think being a ranger, you would know to like cut down some branches and stuff. You've also got the elf and the guards with you as well, which is going to help.
yeah. Might use my herbalism thing for the day as well, trying to get a herb as well.
Oh yeah, you can roll for that if you want. Oh, nice. You've actually rolled really well for those every time.
I know, that's why I keep getting like the pure super curatives basically. I'm back to 3 herbal curatives again. I'm back to 3.
Yeah, I mean, with the critical, you can just pick any level of curative you want and take one of those. If you wanted to take the lesser, like the more basic curative, I'll let you take multiple.
So might take then just like 2 salves then instead this time.
Well, you could take the basic curative. I mean, you don't need to take a salve. That would be like really too basic.
I'll just leave the curative, herbal curative then. I've got.
Okay, I'll give you 2 of those.
Yeah,
That's the simple one.
No, that's like the most powerful one.
Oh well,
The
you only...
curative's the one.
No, you can. The simple one's the easiest one, right?
Simple one, I think.
Yes, that's 1d6 points. That's the simplest one. So you can either get 2 simple ones, or you can get one of the other ones.
We'll just take 2 of the simple ones then. That's fine. That means I can share it out if need to easier.
That's on your sheet.
There we go. Sorted.
Yes, when you consume your rations and made your little camp, started your little campfire, and you're all crowded around eating. If anybody wanted to give up some backstory information from their character or something like that, they could do that to try and earn an XP. Or if you want, we can just go into the roll.
Done mine already, so it's fair if anyone else wants to do one.
Yeah, I did a mini one last time as well, and admittedly not thought more about my character since then.
Stare and stare at Durdle. Stare.
Yeah, Durdle, why do your eyes glow so red? What's that about?
Well, can I just ask, like, what color your character's eyes are?
Big brown elephant's eyes.
Well, it's no
Brown
different than
eyes.
your brown eyes. Like, I mean, that's like asking me why I chose to grow horns. It's just who I am.
Why did you choose to grow horns?
Yeah, I
Durdle
was
would
thinking
throw
about
a
that.
rock at him, and not super aggressively, but the kind of way of like, shut up.
So it's not by choice.
Look, I didn't choose who my parents were. And obviously, since I'm here and not in the native dwarflands, obviously I'm no welcome with my people. Well, then again, I'm not exactly welcome anywhere.
Yeah,
Let's not
welcome
go
here.
into any major issues yet.
Sounds like you're welcome here as long as you don't burn another fire station down.
I thought it looked like the pub. To be fair, it was next door. It's not my fault I was seeing double. Well, maybe it was. But I also know I definitely need to figure out my money better. That cost a lot.
The guards from the Vrenth, the humans, they will be sat as far away from Durdle as possible, avoiding eye contact with him.
I think they like your red eyes. I don't.
But don't worry, Dodo. There's always the chance we can baptize you and everything, I'm sure they'll accept you after that point. What do you say?
Braz, at this point, I'm just taking it as a facial moisturizer each time you do this.
One of them will hold, they'll stick some point.
Like, out of curiosity, are you baptizing me with the same god every time, or are you changing it up? Are you like one of those sort of polytheists?
The first 4 times, definitely the same god, but then the 5th and 6th, I started switching it up a little bit just to see, for the sake of, testing.
I think this is probably, I don't know if you'd probably know his god, but he's just like, have you tried Ord? There might be more luck for you.
No, I feel like Ord's too on the nose. There's surely a better one for you out there.
I mean, that's what the guys followed. It made sense.
See, gods work in mysterious ways. They're not always meant to make sense, Turtle.
To be fair, Braz, I feel you work in mysterious ways.
He's just got the biggest shit-eating grin at that. It's just like, don't I just?
Can't see it because of the trunk.
What is Saint Agnes's policy towards demons?
That's a good question. I mean, Saint Agnes was once one of the more ascended mortals, so it's one of the newer gods, I imagine. It says that she ascended to godhood and is the embodiment of righteousness and justice. So it doesn't sound like, as long as the demons comport themselves and are looking towards what's what I'm thinking of? Not forgiveness, but what's what I'm thinking of? Like religious forgiveness. What's the better word from that?
Repentance, you mean?
Yeah. If a demon's working towards repentance, then it'll probably be quite favourable, I'd imagine.
I will say this: I don't think it's a direct parent was a demon, like one of his ancestors a long time ago, and perhaps it's like every so many generations it sort of reveals itself. But I feel like Durdle was abandoned because it revealed itself in the bloodline, so he was kind of literally thrown out, kind of thing, and he's had to like just survive himself, so he doesn't know his parents, and he's been like an ostracized pariah, basically. So I'm just saying this is just my theory with him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that because he was a baby when that happens.
I would guess the expectation would be when you appear Demonborn that you would be Chaos Alignment and evil and all the rest of it. But obviously you aren't that.
I think to be evil is to know good. And I think neutral works quite well for Durdle because it's one of those, he doesn't he has resentment towards his parents, but he doesn't take it out on others, or he's like more equality. He's more fair with his grumpiness, which is probably why he went into the pit fighting to get out his built-up rage, I guess.
I could also imagine the way he's been treated by people when he's younger has made him have to be able to look after himself, which made him quite an adept fighter. I'm also thinking, like, if you're Saint Agnes and you're all about like law and justice and that kind of stuff, and then he is not displaying qualities of like a chaotic evil demon, then I suppose in your eyes he wouldn't be a demon that you would need to kind of deal with. Yeah.
That's it. Maybe there might have been a bit of touch and go when we first met. Like, Braz was probably anticipating you to want to act out chaotic impulses, and then maybe after a certain amount of time of you not showing that, it's become almost like let's try and holy away that demon aspect of you. Let's multiple attempts of baptism and different gods. Maybe we can get those horns and those red glowing eyes gone.
Oh god, I now have this image of you like trying to saw off a horn one night while he's sleeping.
Your eyes snap open and it's just Braz with a massive file standing over you. He's like, no, nothing.
Barks off
And he just quickly shifts to his tusks, just like, oh, I was just doing some manicure on my tusks at the time. Thought I'd help you out,
It works for mine, I thought maybe.
Also being like, what's wrong with my horns when you have tusks? Like, what's the difference here? Why are yours okay and mine's are like a reason to like victimize me?
Well, mine
it's
are
just
a
a different
cultural
part
thing.
of my head.
Yeah, quite. So Braz and Duddle, you can have
Imagine
1
it.
XP.
Okay.
So no details.
And then Tack, you're on watch, so if you want to make a wisdom roll, and you'll have advantage because you have all these guards helping you keep watch, and you only need to make a 9, which you barely do.
Pulling the limits here today.
Really, just walking the line. Nice, pass safely without incident, but the one taking watch will need to make a con check. So if you make a con check, Tannic, you need a 12 or less not to miss out on your rest.
So what do I need to roll there?
Con.
Just normal, yeah.
Yeah, just a con check. Alright, you're totally fine. So you're going to get your full rest, the same as the rest of them. So that is, you roll your HP dice. If you need any HP, Durdle, you'll just go up to your 19, because you're just missing 1. You get...
Oh, yeah. Everything is stuff.
If you have any fatigue, you can recover 2d3.
I mean, fatigue, that's just I'm absolutely fine. Take the watch.
Wow. Still only
Two.
not getting me any better.
I
And,
very nearly
can I
gave
do
myself
luck
a
on
bonus XP there.
and you're not missing any spells or anything like that, right? I don't think anyone has
No.
any.
Can you
stat
use
damage.
luck? Can you use luck on that 2d3?
You can use luck to reroll any dice you want, yeah.
However, if
Just
it's a
one
worse
roll,
result, I'm
that'd be
guessing
fine.
you have to keep it.
Well, it can't go worse than 2.
Could be
Oh,
2
fair.
AM. There we go. That's more like it. That's all of my fatigue.
Hey. Does Godfrey have any fatigue? I'm going to remove his minimum to.
All right.
he
I'm up
can-
to a net 2 of inventory slots now.
He can keep the other fatigue for now. And I guess I'm going to let the elf here recover his HP because he's still missing some. Yeah, he can just go full actually, that's fine. Okay, so the night will pass without any incident. You will make your recover. And the next day you can choose to set off again. So you'll be going deeper into the jungle now. And Sev will instruct you that it was 3 days journey from the road, which you've travelled 1 day. So if you can catch them before the 2 days is up, you'll catch them before they enter the other kingdom's territory. But if you can't catch them
Nice.
within the
That's
3 days, they will
There you
be
go.
in their own kingdom's territory, and then you will be trespassing into a kingdom that they're actually at war with. But
So we try and double time one then.
yeah, I mean, you can take fatigue to move double the distance if you want.
I'm able to take more fatigue on now that I've cleared mine off. So if we wanted to push it, we can.
As well, if not, we're not gonna catch it at the pace. We're just spawning on the same space unless we push it. So
Yeah, we don't want to pace them and run the risk of getting them in their territory.
Durdle, do you want to roll a d20 plus 4 in that case?
1d20 plus 4. Yeesh.
That's a very good roll, yes.
Here we go.
Not a crit, unfortunately. Okay, so everyone needs to make the con check. Durdle has advantage to see if you take fatigue.
And decent stat.
That's what I like to see.
Everybody passes with a crit, Braz. I will allow you to... Well, actually, you recovered all your fatigue, right?
That's true. Yeah. I haven't got anything.
Yeah, I would have give you
floating.
one back on that, but I can't really think what else you could get for that.
You have -1 fatigue.
Yeah.
The
All
next
the
fatigue you take will not apply. Yeah.
stimulants start kicking in, supercharging you with energy.
his brown eyes are slightly bigger than normal.
Just massive dilated pupils.
We've got the wee tune playing, and I feel playing in the background of his head walking by the street.
Just Braz with his massive funnel nose in the bag.
So that's going to be another day through the jungle. You're going to make double time. I'm going to roll them and see how badly or well they roll. They roll terribly, so you're actually going to catch up with them probably towards the end of the day's travel. So maybe like just as they've like stopped and are like beginning to set up their camp, so they haven't even like made the camp yet. Your Seville and Tank will come back from scouting ahead. You'll have like heard the noises, the commotion, and the barking of orders. Clearly, there's a handful of elvish warriors and a number of these wildebeest Thanians, which seem to be acting as like labourers. There's like a stack of goods, sort of like to the one side of the camp, and they're in the process just now of like clearing an area so they can all like bed down for the evening, prepare the campfire and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so probably best attacking them at night when they're least expecting it, taking an ambush on them. I think better tackling the sort of close to now when they're all sort of like gathering and sorting stuff, so they're more distracted and they won't have time to gather any weapons or pick up stuff.
Wait for them to bed down for the night.
I'm trying to think, is there anything in their stuff might be flammable? I think we'd set off. I think better attack them quietly and see as many we can take out in their sleep as possible, because we have to take out the guards at least.
We're best to tackle them quietly, and like you said, we've got some oil flasks among us, but
I've got the
I haven't got
idea.
anything else.
I've got cattle prods still. Godfrey usually has the other sets of cattle prods. I've got one set myself.
Cattle prods.
We could try
Not cattle prods.
cattle prods. Why do I keep saying that? I don't know.
Cattle prod is a very different thing.
I don't know. I know it is. It's just annoying. I keep saying it. See it in my sheet and now it's the first word that reads out to me. So it depends how many people they've got on watch for guards. Because I was going to say
Well,
we could
they won't
try
have
and
anyone
bring
watch at the
that.
moment because they're in the process of clearing the camp. So although, they'll be all kind of keeping an eye out, clearly they won't expect anyone in the jungle, this deep into the jungle, around them so far at the point. They rolled exceptionally low, so I mean, they're not going to be aware anyone's following them.
We could rush them now.
We might. I think we probably might be better doing it than now rather than at night, because night might attract more different animals as well. That's what I'm thinking. Potentially, we could attract like more dangerous animals at night, especially in the jungle.
Yeah, especially if it gets bloody.
Just trying to think, is there anything we can rig to try and take any of them out? Like, if some of them going out gathering stuff or anything, like slightly separated from the others.
I mean, if you waited and timed it right, you could probably get one or two of them sort of like venturing off to gather firewood or whatever.
Just eliminate the sentries before they could sentry.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. If we can take out like two of them from them, and even in worst case, then if they sort of locked an alert, we can have like another half of his attack from the other side, in a sense. So at least takes them by surprise, and then we sort of pincer move them.
Sounds pretty solid.
I think if we can use anything with the spear, I'll drop 2 seconds, there's dogs asking to get to outside. I can listen in what's happening, I just won't be able to respond for a minute.
What was that last bit, sorry?
He's listening, but he's taking his dog out.
Got ya. Well, I suppose the question would be, how confident are we can take them out quietly as they go out picking for wood, or should we just bum rush them now, cause chaos, kill as many as we can, turn the tide? What do you think? Because to me it looks like an opportunity we couldn't pass up, really.
I don't want to miss the opportunity. It sounds good because worst case scenario, we're fighting all of them. So what we'd be doing anyway. Whereas if we take out one of them, seems advantageous.
Yeah.
Like the negatives don't seem to be worse.
And for reasons that make sense, we can't rely on our magical friend this time round.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the NPCs to make use of. I don't think we need to involve Godfrey.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do this in a second. I'm going to grab a drink.
Nice. To the toilet. 1 sec.
So, sorry, you're going to wait to single off guys, or are you going to encircle them? Like, what was the plan?
Pick
We're
them off, I
gonna-
think.
We're going to pick off the first ones that start gathering out, and as we're picking them off, we'll have the team sort of like encircle them, so a pincer attack around them all.
I'm going to have a pair of the Taurens. Not... This fucking thing will move. Not, like, together, but at other, opposite ends of the area where they're making camp, kind of like going off and like picking up some of the bigger branches or rocks or whatever. So they will be the most kind of like on their own. But I mean, they're still within shouting distance of the camp. So they're not that far away, but they will be obscured because the foliage, the vegetation is very thick and dense.
See, that'll be fine, because if they get alerted anyway, the other side of the team will attack them, obviously. That's why we take out the Taurens. So we take out the first two, our team of 3, and then the other ones take the other side, I'm thinking.
I could also ask, what is, like, Braz with being a Loxton and Tank being a Leot? What's your guys' kind of, like, relationship with the Taurens?
If that doesn't ask Braz, I'd assume based on the current lore that was discussed, Braz's tribe were probably more friendly to Ace's. As for mine, obviously, like you said, most of them were sort of kicked out and forced into military and stuff like that. So a lot of them have resents against mostly humans, but anyone else is either a challenge, basically.
Braz, what would be your like position towards Taurens?
I'm back.
I was just asking Braz, what would be your like position towards Taurens? Because they're obviously also Thanians, even though they're a kind of different species.
Oh, God. I mean, I think Braz is someone that's been raised in like a mixed race, sort of like mercenary group that recruits multiple different races. So he's never really been immersed in Taurian culture before. So he probably, as a mercenary, lifelong mercenary, probably doesn't see any issue if they're antagonistic, if they're aggressive towards him. He doesn't see any issue with putting them down just like anybody else.
And what if they're not aggressive or antagonistic?
Good point. I mean, these guys have attacked a caravan, though, or have at least taken part in claiming the spoils of a caravan, of which he is there to obviously retrieve for the rightful owners. So I think if these people are standing in the way of him and their pillaged goods, then he will see no reason to grant them mercy. And common sense dictates that if they've set out to ransack and raid two whole wagons worth of a caravan, then they're probably not the types that would give it up if asked nicely.
Okay. So
Well,
you
they
got,
went on. They technically met up like sort of like halfway point, so it could be either one. But what the camp sort of described are working with them rather than sort of like negatively against them. So potentially it's either a higher group
good point.
potentially, or it's a group that's maybe taken sort of either one if the elves were sort of like tied up and not doing anything, it makes sense that they've taken the spoils of it.
But if they're simply passing through the Thanians' territory and they're asking for them to guard them, then I imagine Braz might be of the opinion that it might be best to see what the Taurens' opinions are first. You know, these are bandits. They have raided another caravan of their own, well, not their own cultures, well, their own species, but you know, it's two different clans, isn't it? So to say that they've raided the caravan of another clan, and if they are willfully helping the elves, then he might not see very favourably upon the Taurens. But if after attempting to convince the Taurens, then or making them aware of what they're guarding, and they still don't, seem to display any care or honour for that, then Braz would probably say no quarter. But he would definitely probably be more towards maybe opening parley with the Taurens first, even if it might possibly give away their position.
So we're thinking basically see the two out here rather than kill them in a sense, sort of knock them out, or knock one of them out and then question maybe the other one partly. I'm not sure. Yeah, the question separately and maybe just try and talk one of them out of it.
We would end up giving ourselves a bit of a timeline with that, though, because if they don't return, then we'd imagine it would put the camp on high alert.
Yeah, kind of lose our advantage then.
Yeah. Because Braz won't be the type who will put his group in danger by hailing the entire camp under the hopes that he can turn the Taurens, to the side of, morality. Give up these elves, they're bandits type of attitude.
Also, Tarek's not much help. Tarek just wants to kill. He's chaotic. He's basically just he sees the bulls, he sees them and looks at them as food at the moment.
I think it's a good idea to try and capture one and question them as to what the other Tauren's opinion may be. But I think in this instance, it's probably best that we go for the tactical approach. Because trying to parley with the Taurens will also include us parleying with the elves who are mixed with them. I think it might be best if we subdue the Taurens whilst trying to retrieve what we can from the caravan from the elves.
Yeah, I mean, mechanically, when you get the killing blow, you can choose to make it non-lethal.
Yeah.
So you if you do beat them down, you could just choose not to like kill them. Okay, so I mean, how do you want to? You will have the jump here, and then once and if they get alerted, they will join the turn order. So I mean, how do you want to arrange this?
Do you want to get into position ahead of us, Tannic, so you can get the jump, and then we back you up, or
I can have the squad, the attack, and the pincers up, like the guards and everything. They'll be like behind, so they'll go like other side or right behind the camp. And as we're sort of taking these two and distract them, also all of them start walking towards us. They pincer behind them and stuff like that.
Anyone that wants to like circle around these other Taurens that are gathering things, they will need to roll a stealth check.
what do you mean, like have these guys sort of hook around and come around the outside? You mean?
You know, we lose our advantage in that point. So either our choice is we take out these two quickly first and then have the armies go as we take these two out.
Well, if they fail
And then
their
sort of
stealth
pincer them
check, you would
that way.
lose advantage. If they succeed their stealth check, then you'd be fine. But the guards are not particularly skilled.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's not worth that really in this case. So we're probably better taking the two that are sticking out in front. And from that, as we've taken those two out, we'll have the squad. As we're taking those two out, we can have the others sort of like pincer in position to help give us the
You
backup.
and Sev will have advantage for stealth if you wanted to. Because you get it for Ranger and he'll get it because he is a elf of the jungle.
So Braz and Turtle, you want to try and take out the two at the sit two there, and I'll try and me and Zeph stealthily get them to the side.
Okay. Sounds good.
So
And also
Tannic,
guard.
make a dex check. That's your stealth, and you got advantage. I'll do the same for the Sev here.
Clonk, clonk, clonk.
Not Durdle, just Tannic.
Sorry.
Clank, clank.
Oh yeah,
Durdle's
18. And then
stealth.
he got 21, so you are both going to get into position, no problem. Where did you want him down here?
Yeah, we'll go down there so we can attack them from the side and stuff.
Are you going on the other side then?
Yeah, I'll go on the other side.
Okay.
Braz and Turtle, it's up to you.
Yeah, the first one, since you have the advantage, but we won't use the turn order, you can just do it in the order you want to do it in. And then after that, once they're alerted, we'll add them in and do it in order. So who wants to go?
So just to check, we're not trying to kill the Tauren, we're trying to knock them out at the very least.
We good.
If you get the killing blow, you can choose to make it non-lethal, like I said, and that will just knock them out if you don't want to kill them.
Cool, so shall I Durl go first then? And then we can just see how it goes from there.
Maybe if we notice one of the elves being high importance, might be worth bringing them back as like a prisoner or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we can get into that once you reveal yourself. Okay, Daryl, so what are you doing? Just smacking him with your... or choking him with
The
your sword?
scimitar? Yeah. Let's a try.
I'll knock him out with his giant blade. That will be a hit, so your damage explodes. He's down. Do you want to kill him or do you want to knock him out?
Just knock him out. I imagine it's like, like he's using the hilt of the weapon. He's like smacking the gut, smacking the back of the head.
Yeah, so this big giant wildebeest creature is just like humming to himself, picking up some herbs and sticks for the fire. And you come up behind him and just like crack him over the back of the skull, and his massive body just goes thunk into the dirt.
Nothing like a life-crippling concussion to make a non-lethal kill.
Especially creatures with such thick skulls. I mean, that must have been quite the force you hit him with.
Gotta put a bit extra in to ensure the concussion.
I probably just a separate headbutt at the end just to make sure.
Well, I'll definitely be shortly behind Durdle to follow up with, hopefully, the exact same successful action.
You have a great record of hitting things.
No, don't I just?
That's a miss.
G- what are the options for exhaustion again?
You can take a fatigue to take a second action. Somebody else can also give you their luck to use.
I'll give you my luck to
I'm-
use.
Oh,
Because it's two fatigue for another action, isn't it?
Nope, just one.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Yeah, because they're pretty punishing.
You can use my luck, so there we go.
So 20 for 4 there.
Okay, that will be 4 damage. Not enough to knock him out, however.
Is there not also an option to do 1 fatigue for 1 point of damage?
You could, but I will tell you that 1 point of damage would not be enough. You would need to do
Okay,
several.
Ah. But I think I'll leave my turn at that. No extra fatigue. But I haven't taken Tanik's luck.
Do you want to split these guards evenly between you both?
I think so.
Yeah, just sort of take the flanks and move up.
Okay, in that case, these 2 guards will get the chance to try and finish the job with this guy.
Okay, what's that music from? Because it's so familiar. need to find
It's
this
a
out.
mix of different video games, probably.
Sounds like from World. It's not. I think it's probably Darkest Dungeon, but my brain was thinking Warcraft 2 for some reason.
Oh,
The
okay.
music.
The second guard here will actually do enough to take him down so he gets knocked out.
Oh, good lip. Good boys.
Butcher Circus Combat, that is from Darkest Dungeon. What's your orders for the other guards? Do you want them just to move up quietly, or do you want them to like charge in?
I think push
They
forward
move in-
quietly whilst.
As we say, they move into the pincer positions with us quietly since we've taken the sort of like outside sentries now.
So they're within like spear distance then.
Yeah. So if we get another action round, the next action we can just go straight in to take them out.
Well, you and Sev still have your actions to make. So Sev can go first if you tell him what to do, or you can take yours.
I think I might lay the cattle chops in front of me, so when they try to come and attack me, they'll end up getting caught in that for this action.
Okay, and what do you want Sev to do? He has a bow and arrow as well as his spear. Or
Can he sort of like a ready aim so we can do for like a sort of specific shot? Like a specific...
Well, that would just be taking a shot because he'll have advantage on it.
As soon as he takes a shot, then they'll start getting their goals, but we want another round for ourselves to attack because none of them be suspicious of what's happened yet. Or do we get another round after they've done this like everyone else?
Well, I mean, the first person to attack is going to alert them. So you wouldn't get a whole other round of attacking.
Right. So we just have Zev attack now, and then we'll all jump in then.
Do you want him
What do
to
you think?
target anyone in particular, or just take a shot?
Can he sort of pick up what elf is maybe like the sort of lead or the most in charge one?
He can attempt to. Yes, he would know because he's a warrior. He's fought these guys before. He'll know which one will be the leader.
And so if he tries to take him out first, so it causes dismay in the group, then
Okay, so that's going to be the central guy here, just for simplicity's sake. I said he'll have advantage. Still misses. Professional elf warrior, advantage from stealth position. Takes the shot with the arrow, and the arrow whizzes across the one elf's head. And immediately they're all going to just like be alerted. Oh god, how can I Can I just go around here? There we go. Alright, Tannic, you're going to build first.
Right, I'll make sure attack. So I can attack
One
first.
boil.
I'll attack that one that's in front of us then, the elf. My glaive.
Within very near distance. Okay.
Yeah. And as he comes to attack me, he'll get caught in my trap.
Yeah,
so that's the plan.
if he tries to close distance, he'll go over your caltrops.
Whereas
That is going to hit. Do 2 points of damage. Do you
that
wish...
technically is a 1 for me because I get a +1 in mine.
Yeah, it says +1 on the damage. Oh,
Nice, so-
I see what you mean. Yeah, sure, you can roll it again. Yeah, not enough to put him down. Do you want to take a fatigue and do a second action?
I can do a second attack if I take a fatigue, can't I?
Yes, that's what I just said.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
So take a fatigue first and then make the second action. That will be enough. Are you trying to kill him?
We'll kill this one.
That is one elf down. Sev will take his shot again. He's not going to have advantage this time. He's going to miss. Maybe he's not that good a warrior. It explains why he got ambushed. This guy's going to fire back with his longbow from the guy that was shooting the longbow. He's going to miss. Maybe elves just aren't that good. This guy's going to charge in. It's also going to miss. All the NPCs are terrible. Also for the leader. Finally a hit.
Oh,
Hey!
For 1 damage.
it explodes, right?
Not for NPCs. You don't want the NPCs getting advantages for damage and stuff.
No.
Right, Torin. Okay, let's see here. I think you're just being surprise attack. He's just gonna charge over here. Ugh, all this NPC stuff take forever. It's another mess. No, he's not going to charge it. He's going to use his bow. So that is going to hit you, Tannic, for 6 damage.
Ouch.
And he's also going to shoot his bow. He's going to hit Sev. He is going to kill this guard. So that's the central leader one, kills that guard.
Oh no!
I'm just going to put the guard's body back there so it's out of the way.
Poor boy. Do I have enough? Do I have enough movement to fill the guard's
Yes,
space?
that is a near distance, so you could close in if you want, yeah.
Nice. So, very much trained as to get in there and fill the space a body leaves behind, and
Are you
tries to go for.
are you dual wielding these two weapons that you've got here?
Oh, what is it? Showing that I'm equipped with a spear and a morning star, is it?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I was using my shield.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's.
'Cause, I mean,
that
if you
was
want,
more
you would have-
tagging.
Yeah, if you're dual wielding it, it's -1 to the roll, but then you get to choose which damage you use.
Nah, I'd rather have the benefit of the shield. Is it 13 good enough for you?
A 13 is good enough.
Oh.
But 5 is not enough to put him
So-
down.
enough to make him regret his life choices, like, hopefully.
You happy with that? You want to take fatigue for a second action?
Ooh. I could do, because I'm clear on fatigue right now, and I've got so many odd numbers in that first 3 bracket. Yeah, I'll take fatigue. Drag that there. And do the exact same roll again.
Wow, okay. That is going to kill him in that case.
Just a classic trumpet bellow as well.
What is he going to do?
Is it possible to have shouted something when I downed the elf as well, like Taurin's stand down, our quarry, the elf bandits alone?
You can indeed yell that, yes. I will roll this guy's again then. Yeah, he's not going to heed what you're saying though.
Nah.
And then he will charge over this dead guy's body to attack you with his spear.
Hard-headed mule.
And you're going to take 3 damage, Braz. Oh, sorry, you take 4 damage. They have +1 damage with their melee weapon. Oh no, wait, sorry, no, it's already included. That is 3, sorry.
Oh yeah.
And I guess since he's charged in, that means the rest of them are going to follow suit. That was going to miss. This one's coming at you from the side, Tannic, so I think he's going to miss your caltrops. You're going to take 3 more damage, Tannic, before Dardole is up.
Right.
Oh, big boy.
I see a little gap. So I think I'm a go here, and I'm a punch this elf with a scimitar. I'm not gonna punch this elf with a scimitar.
Do you want to take fatigue so you can do a second action?
You're the only one with luck left.
Or you can just look, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use the luck to just redo that roll. Just a silly question.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm doing it, I re-roll the full attack because the damage wouldn't be rolled until after the attack.
Correct.
It's just this macro just automatically does it, right? So I need to just do it again.
That's a miss anyway.
Oh, still minimum.
So now I would ask, do you want to take fatigue for another action?
I don't like how winded you two are. How much fatigue? It's like I need to take 2 fatigue to do another action.
1. You take 1 fatigue.
1. Alright, I'll take 1 to do this again. So that's me taking a fatigue. You know what? I'm done. Let's go.
You might be the worst at hitting people out of the whole game.
You've got the best on-hit effect, but you never hit.
Let me just move this around here because I don't like this skull icon being here. Kind of even. I think he's going to run up to get Tannic, but he is going to then take 1 damage from your caltrop, which will put him at disadvantage for attacking. And he's going to miss. So Tannic, I mean, you can chug your curative as a free action if you wanted.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
It's a pretty good heal.
No, I had to look at the result. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. Screen.
Takes you up to 14. Which you can just edit from the party HUD there. And then you can take your action.
Right. Since I have to be a wee bit away from them, I'm just going to step back like a wee bit. So it forces them to come quite close to the cattle prods again. And then I'll make an attack again on one of them.
Every time you say that, I'm just imagining like cattle prods
Like
lying out
dogs.
like the rakes in that Simpsons episode with Sideshow Bob, and they're just accidentally stepping on cattle prods and getting electrified. Which would be far more effective than a bunch of little spiky metal things.
Might have to say, okay, I want to invent them. That's the next character, so I'm going to invent things.
Okay, right, I moved you back there just to signify
I wonder actually if I'm worthwhile using. No, these definitely will be higher levels, so than everybody. I think. So I could try using a roar maybe actually on them.
Completely up to you.
Okay. So it's dogs driving me nuts. Why not? What's the worst case scenario? If it works, it works. If not, it causes a distraction for them all.
I was just double checking numerically how balanced the encounter is, but it is actually what it's supposed to be. And I didn't pay any attention to that at all when I was laying it out.
Let's try it. Let's try using my roar then.
Okay, so roar, and it's just anyone your level or less is afraid, right?
The word thing is cause all enemies within earshot equal to our level or less to become afraid.
Okay, so that's going to be all of them. Let's see if the Tauren run. I guess charisma is willpower, pretty much, right? Because it's force attack. Let's see, and if they're afraid, okay, I'm going to say they're going to need a 15 then.
Causing fear into the hearts of all the enemies.
Yeah, they are all going to turn and flee.
All the Taurens are just all.
All of them. So
Great success.
anyone wants to, if you want to like attack and try to cut them down, you'll just have advantage because they are going to turn their backs to you and try to run away.
Yay!
I've definitely got an elf in my range.
I was going to say I was get the elf for a bit for not torture, interrogation. That's the word.
We can knock one down.
But Sev is going to plink this
We
guy
do
with his
need
bow and kill him.
Which one? That one. Well, I'll certainly go for this guy to my. You say with advantage?
Yeah, you've got advantage because they'll have their back to you as they like turn to flee.
Oh, is a 14 good enough?
A 14 is good enough. Did you want to knock out or kill him?
I think if it's the one within my reach, I'll knock him out.
And so I just did 3 to this guy. He's gonna miss anyway. And Braz took his turn. Don't know why this one's still in the thing, because he's down to 0. Okay, so there's only one of them that hasn't actively started running away yet. But Durdle, I mean, they can only move near distance, so you're still within like running distance if you wanted to run up and smack one.
I think I want to target the one that's not running away. Which is that Tauren up there. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
let's get up there.
And this time we have advantage because they've turned. No, he's not. So he's just
Well,
normal.
he's still going to be afraid, so you'll still have advantage because he is turning to flee. He just hasn't literally had the turn yet to actually move.
Okay. Well. Double one.
My days.
He's just too small.
Snake
to
eyes
hit.
on two. Snake eyes and 220s is pretty impressive.
You ran up, stepped on the caltrops that Tannic had thrown down. You're going to take 1 point of damage and lose your footing. Spectacular. Just
Oh god.
D20 systems. Okay, so given another turn to flee without being pursued, they will, increase distance so that you can't catch them without a roll. So you can close distance and attack this turn, or you can let them run. It's up to you.
Oh,
What do you
that's
guys think?
I want to get rid of the elf more than anything, the enemy elf, because he's a commander. The other ones don't
The
really.
commander's dead. He was the first one to go down. He's the one that's to the right of Durdle there.
So it's just that last elf then ahead.
There's 2 of them.
That's 2.
They're at the edge of the screen there.
That's just going to be a ring. I see it.
You should be able to scroll out and you
Probably.
zoom out and you can see better.
Braz would be leaning towards letting them flee.
Probably better just to let them flee, but I'd rather take out them just in case they try to get revenge or reinforcements while travelling. The elf, depending on how the Taurens are, basically, if the Taurens are the one, but we don't know about the Taurens until we can interrogate the ones we've knocked out. That's why I wanted the elf is the and the interrogate just in case. But just let them flee. What's the worst case scenario?
Do you want to yell the command so the other guards don't chase after them as well then?
Yeah, we'll shout out and let them go.
That's the guards will not do that. Sev and his go. I mean, he's out for blood and vengeance, so he is going to take another pot shot at one of them.
Yeah, true. Actually, I forgot about that factor.
Not enough to kill the guy though, but then that's nearly killed him, so maybe he'll go down.
Yeah, if he's running through the forest with that wound.
Yeah, because he's sunk an arrow into him and it very nearly killed him, so I think that will knock him on the ground at least. If Durdle's not going to pursue after them, well, I mean, actually, even if Durdle does pursue after them, you've probably missed them anyway.
He's on the floor.
Yeah. So the rest of them will run off into the jungle and, thing with the distance and like disappear off. Sevo will pull out his sword and approach the one that he downed with his bow and arrow, and starts cursing at him in Elvish, presumably.
I definitely knocked one elf out, didn't I? Or did I?
The elves were all killed.
Ran away and the ones they've got, they're all gone.
Yeah, the elves were killed. Unless there's one under here. No, it was the Tauren that you knocked out.
That's it.
So, I mean, unless you wanted to yell at Sev not to kill this guy that he's about to coup de grace.
Do we need to question them for their reasoning? I mean, it's rival clans, isn't it? They're probably just trying to weaken the other one by robbing their goods.
True. Plus, it gives Sev probably some bonus points against the kill one of them. So.
I think Braz might be hesitant to kill someone that can't defend themselves, though, so he might try and call Sev down.
Call out to him, and he's drawing out his sword as you yell out to him, and he looks over to you.
Sort of just does like a calming hand gesture, calm down, type of.
Points his sword at him. He's yelling, obviously angry about him and motioning towards the guy. You can imagine he's kind of this piece of scum, this filth that killed my friends and brothers.
Yeah, but I think he'll say something like, do you have the right, your friends and brothers, they have family at home. Should he not be taken back to your clan to face others that he has robbed of family members?
So, okay, his rationality gets the better of him, and angrily, not wanting to let this guy live another second, he just snaps the arrow that's poking at the guy's shoulder, and grabs him by the collar and just hauls him off to the side, and we'll find something to bind him with.
Give him platitudes that his clan may appreciate one of their survivors for their own needs, as opposed to him claiming vengeance here and now.
One of your guards did get slain, and the other guard will kind of approach that guard's body and start to recover his personal items.
Should we focus on what we can find of the? What was Sev's clan called again?
Ekvander.
Ekvander. Should we see what we can retrieve of the Ekvander goods and make our way out of here?
There is a sizable stack of ingots of elvish steel. There are several sacks of fine elvish linens They didn't take any of the Elvish wine. They haven't bothered carrying those. And there will also be a chest of money.
They obviously carrying it on their backs, or did it look like they had like a makeshift skiff or anything that they were using to carry it? Or
It would appear that the Taurens were carrying the goods.
yeah,
They'll have like an apparatus that, you know, like they could put the boxes or whatever and just like fasten them to their backs.
there's like wooden racks that they shove on their back. Yeah,
Yeah. Like if you ever saw the old backpacks that like the Chinese used to have, they were just like boxes on the back, yeah, like kind of like that, a bit larger.
shelf on the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, we've got 3 Taurens there, are just unconscious, so I'm sure we could do something with them to get them to listen.
How many rations do you
Kind
get?
of
If we get them to listen, get them to listen before their allies come back after the raw wears off. You mean? Or should we gather up the Ekvandan goods, divvy them out, make it as carryable as manageable as we can. See what else the elves had on them too. Anything worth foraging? Anything worth bringing with us? I don't think we should stay around here too long.
Sorry, guys, my missus messages that's her just finishing up, so I need to go grab her.
Okay, see you.
I'll catch up with you depending on what happened later, alright? Right.
How long do you reckon you'll be?
I mean, he's probably not going to get back before we finish it anyway.
Who needs Tannic anyway? Only gives us advantage on almost anything. That's good. Yeah. What do you reckon, Durdle? Do a once over on the elves. Make sure that maybe leave the Taurens with all they got. Stack ourselves up and hoof it as soon as we can.
I actually quite like that idea.
Because my personal inventory, I've got one block left that I can fill.
So the elves will have no armor, but they are each carrying a longbow, an elvish longbow, and a scimitar.
I think fatigue might still be taking up a slot of my inventory. Is it meant to?
If it lowers your con, that will affect it, but it won't take up space itself.
Oh, is it your con total, not your con score?
Yes. Well, it's not the
Gotcha.
modifier, it's the full number.
Yeah.
So depending where your con is,
That's it, yeah.
just going down one may or may not take it down one.
Because my strength and dex and con are all at, well, strength's 15, con's 15, dex 9. So they're now down to even numbers, but my inventory slots have gone down by 1.
Yeah, if you're going down like a tier, it'll take down your inventory. Down to a minimum of 10. It won't go lower than 10.
Yeah, because my question is I've not gone down a tier. So my strength is still at +2, my con's still at +2, but I've gone from 17 to 16 on inventory. How does your base inventory get calculated?
Your base inventory is your strength. It's not your con, right? You get your con added to it because you're hauler, right?
Yeah, but the con modifier, which hasn't changed.
Right. Okay.
Which is why I was wondering.
It should just be the strength that's affecting it then.
Is it your strength score? Is it?
If I remember right, it was, yeah.
Yeah, so if it's 14 + 2, that makes sense, yeah. Nice. So I've got one slot that I can pick up. Otherwise, I'll get exhausted.
So each ingot would be a slot. Each sack of linen would be a slot.
And how many of each did you say there were?
Well, let's see. The guards are going to have The guards are probably going to have 7 slots each. So that's 28. Maybe 35 with this guy. So the guards and Sev could take most of the metal.
That'd be the most worth it, wouldn't it? I mean, I could take a sack of linen, potentially.
Actually, I I don't know if you would know or not. You could roll your intelligence to see if you know how much the linens are worth. But I think Seth, actually no, the Seth's with you. He'd be able to tell you the linens textiles are actually worth a lot of money as well, because these will be like silks and things that are not easily manufactured.
Well, should we try and balance how much we're taking, but prioritize the silks if there's because you said there was what 35 slots total
If
between the group.
you'll either not be able to take all of it, or if you can persuade the Tauren to help you, you would be able to take all of it between you.
Yeah, certainly be worth trying that. Just depends if we have to hang around an hour for them to regain consciousness, or if we can
No,
slap them until.
they're not going to be knocked out for that long. No.
Yeah.
You'd be knocked out for, normally you're knocked out for a few seconds, right? So a few minutes would be at most, I would think.
What do you think then, Durdle? Rouse these Tauren, get them to try and help us, or?
Slave labor.
Well, I mean, it's in their best interests. They can help us retrieve the rightfully owned goods of the abandoned people, and they can be, heralded for having helped us, and hopefully, buy themselves a bit of goodwill in the area.
Also,
Could we
Unless, of
potentially
course, they're-
pay them for it as well? Like like some of the treasure. We pay them. No, they're doing us a service.
That's true.
Then again, this world might be pretty like cool with slave labor. It's just like an expected thing that happens.
Yeah, we've
mean,
let you live.
if you're
Give
thinking
us a little-
historically, like, slavery was very common.
Oh yeah.
We're just looking at
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think like from like in the game point of view, it's probably just like, hey, either you do this and live or don't and die. It's like,
Do you want to bind
Or we
it?
leave you here in the middle of the forest without your weapons. Yeah.
I take it you want to disarm the Tauren before they're roused. Do you want to bind
Yeah.
them as well? There'll be plenty of ropes and stuff lying around.
Yeah, we can bind them, disarm them, and rouse them, and see if they're willing to assist us
Yes.
reclaim bandit goods. Essentially, we'll basically highlight the fact that you will be assisting us with reclaiming goods, stolen through banditry, and see how they take that.
Yeah, I mean, especially because you were talking to him in Thanian, and they're like, Loxton, we don't have a problem with you people. We were simply hired as labourers for these elves. We're not aligned with them in any way. So, I mean, if you're willing to let us go, we don't have an issue with you.
Yeah, we're willing to let you go and possibly even remunerate you if you were to help us retrieve these goods as well. We'll be taking them to the checkport town of Name.
What's happened to the rest of our comrades? Have you harmed any of them?
No, we made sure that the Taurens remained unharmed. The only fatalities were the elves. The rest of your kind have fled. The rest of your kin have fled, sorry.
They'll talk amongst themselves for a second and they decide, well, if you've spared us and spared our comrades, then we don't have a problem with you. And if you want to hire us the way that these elves have hired us, then we would be agreeable to that.
What did the elves promise you for your work?
I actually wrote down what services cost. They were given 25 copper a head a day.
So 75, 150 if it takes 2 days.
so a silver 50. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, we can split that between the two of us, can't we? Considering how much more we can get out of here with the three of them.
Well, I mean, I've got 2 gold, so like part of me was thinking like we gave them each a silver, so it was like, oh, this.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I mean, I've got 3 gold, 4 silver, 70 copper.
Okay,
right now.
so mind the coins that you have are the literal physical coins you have on you. Because you're not next to a bank or
Yeah, we
a
can't.
shop or anything that you could like break change.
So I feel like
Yeah, we
just
can offer them
3
a silver each.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm happy to give you one of my gold since Durdle is
let's-
horrible with money.
Let's see how many days it takes us to do it first. Then we can pay them. So we can tell them that sounds fair.
Do you want to pop
Your
the
weapons get-
chest that you recovered to see how much money is in it as well?
Oh hell yeah!
Which chest?
Like,
Oh, in this camp.
Yeah, the chest of money that was
Oh.
recovered with the goods.
Oh yeah, please.
200 silver coins.
My days. Okay.
well, we're fine. We are fine.
Both of us sneak a glance at Sev. It's
I'm just
obviously
imagining we just take
the
like
elf.
our cut from the box.
You would be within your right to do so, yes.
What would our cut be? Because
10%. So 20 silver.
Oh yeah, 20. Fair enough.
Yeah, and we could use that silver to pay for the Tauren.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Let's take out the 20 silvers. Yeah.
So shall we just do 10 for you and 10 for Durdle then? Since we
Yeah,
both
and
looked.
then and obviously there's 4 of us, so there's five each for the other 2, Tannic and Godfrey.
Yeah. Can I edit their sheets to sort of add that in? No, I can't.
Sorry to
So
give who?
Yeah, I'm carrying. I just added 10 silver. I don't know if it's worth. Can you split the other? If we only took 5, can you add 5 to the other 2 character sheets?
Yeah, of course.
So we'll just take 5 and then the other 2 get another 5 each.
Sound good. So 3970.
Of course, when you return the other goods, you'll get 10% of like the worth of those as well.
The silk and the metals. Hopefully the fine spirits that we can pick up on the way back.
Right, hang on, I'm just going to write down
Well-
what you've recovered here so that we know.
And 75 copper a day for the Tauren too. Because if we push ourselves, we can do it in 2 days. But if I remember correctly, it's going to be about a 3-day travel, isn't it? Back through the forest.
I mean, Sev will inform you that you're only about a day's journey from his people's settlement. If you were to cut through the jungle, going
And that's
east
fine, that's
instead
fine.
of north.
And that's fine for us to still count the job complete, and stuff like that. We don't need to take it back to the checkpoint, do we?
Well, no, you would need to return it to Janish, but I mean, you could if you could get a wagon. You could also go back to the wagon and then send the guards back to Janish with it, or you can go to the Elvish place and try to get travel from there.
Sounds better, doesn't it? I think I'd rather see it through to the end rather than relying on guards to say, yeah, everything was there. What do you reckon, Durdle?
I like it.
Yeah, I say take it to the elves if they're 1 day east, and then see if they can arrange assistance for transport. When then we guard the transport back to Janish.
I'm just trying to think because they're both not going to be here. Just want to just roll for the travel to the elves, and then we'll just call it early there, and then we'll pick it up when we've got everyone together again.
A D20 plus 4, or
Yeah. Well, that's what we've rolled before.
Yeah, it's going to be the same.
that is a 9. Is that good?
Oh, sorry. I was for some reason I thought it was DC 12.
Well, it is DC 12 because you're going through the jungle and it's risky.
Ah, shit.
Oh wait, sorry, no, it's not remote. Is it remote? 'Cause you're only a day away. No, because you're going through the jungle, you're not on the road, so it will be. So that's going to be a failure in that case. Encounter, but it might not necessarily be hostile. Let's see what we roll here.
He's quiet. I don't like it.
Oh, okay.
He's quiet and rolling dice.
Let me remove all
It's
these dead
hostile,
guys.
and there's 12 of them. Oh no.
Okay, so we're taking this prisoner with us as well, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just get up into his flank there.
Shove all that there out of the way. So it's going to be have near distance when you like come into contact with it. So it's within movement distance. Does it tell me anything here about the color or anything? You guys play D&D. What color is a primordial slime?
Primordial slime.
My assumption for a primordial slime is it's always the color of the environment nearby.
Okay, so
so if it's a dungeon, it's this dusty color. If it's in a forest, it's
yeah, so
like
jungle.
chlorophyll, so it'll be like this green
Yeah,
tint.
jungle will be this very saturated, probably quite a dark green of like the shadowed foliage. And it seems to be it's going to be like in the nook of the tree roots, as if it's kind of like nesting or burrowing or something. There's this big massive gloop just kind of like moving around in such a way that it's clearly like self-animated.
I don't know about you, Durdle, but I'm not the biggest fan of fighting things that lack nerve clusters. How about you? I personally think that it's a foe worth avoiding myself. Obviously, the player knows it's our first time encountering one, so this could be a chance to get an extra experience.
So I mean, obviously, to circumnavigate it requires some sort of like stealth check. But I mean, you've got the. But then again, you're also carrying a captive with you, and those guys are carrying all this metal and stuff. So that's probably going to balance out and not actually be an easy check to make. It's not immediately hostile though. Like it's not immediately going to be aggressive to you. It will be aware of your presence, but it's kind of busy doing its thing at the moment.
I vote we sneak past, no matter how difficult it might be. What about you, Durdle?
Let's try and just sort of go past it, not antagonize the thing.
Yeah, even if we make noise, it looks like it's busy, so we might be able to get around it without drawing its eye.
Okay, so you have a 0 for dexterity. You have a -1 for dexterity, which gives you a grand
Don't
total
I,
of
Jude?
-1.
Let's see if I trip up into the USA.
I mean, when you're rolling with a negative, it usually comes out really well. Do you want an individual dex rolls,
No,
or is
just
it
one of
a
you to
group?
make the -1 roll for
It'd be
everybody.
easy
Minus
if I
one.
do it.
Yeah, you're
because
already
mine's already
-1.
-1. Hey!
Fine.
Of
Then.
course. Yeah, I summoned it. I said, whenever you're rolling with a negative, it comes out fucking.
The only way that would fail is if it was like the most difficult check to make, and it's not going to be that difficult. So like the 15 would have got you past. Okay,
Slime
even with all these extra
actively
people and all this
looking,
extra luggage that you're carrying, so you will be able to circumnavigate and go around the slime without disturbing it. It's going to be like cautiously, suspiciously, not watching but paying attention to your movements, and it's sort of quivering in the direction that you are facing it as you move around it. But you keep your distance and it doesn't like strike out at you. And then once you're like way past it, it just goes back to doing whatever it was doing previously. But
I
then
was imagining this proboscis just sort of popping up just to sort of make sure that we're going the right way.
less than a day away, so we'll obviously we can let the elves know about that.
So, Durdle, can you then make a d20 plus 4 roll? So we need to roll again.
Let's do this.
Be a second failure, but can you both make a con check for me for that previous one?
Do normal.
You also have advantage for the traveling con check. Okay, but you're going to take fatigue, Durdle. See what you encounter this time. Ooh.
Good news, guys. That Draco boar has appeared.
I didn't tell you. I added a dire boar as an animal because we come across so many boars. So I thought let's have a bigger boar in there as well. Right, I don't like this activity that he has. It doesn't make sense. I think stealth is kind of out of the option for you guys, just with how many of you there are and what you're carrying. So this creature is 100% going to know you're approaching. It is going to have to roll to see what it does, though. No, I mean, it's going to know better than to fight you because there's a lot of you. I think it's
Clanky noises.
I think it's going to try and get away. Can you both make a dex check for me to see if you can catch it or him?
Daddle!
Catch what? Turns, hits a tree branch.
As you so you are making your way through the jungle. You spot sight of a hooded figure, far distance, like just the edge of what you can see between all the foliage and the branches and such. And you're not sure what this figure is doing. It looks as if like it's had some sort of like little campfire next to it that it's just kind of like putting out when it turns and catches sight of you. And what's going to strike the two of you is when it turns and you catch sight of you, the face that it turns around is not an elf like you would have expected. It's not a human that you might have expected. It's another snake man, like those that you saw back in the temple. And as soon as it sees you and the rest of your party that are like hauling along here, it turns and just like flees off into the jungle. And even if you want to give chase after him, he's going to outpace you and escape.
I think Braz is halfway between raising his hand and being like, "Ho there, Strow!" He's gone. Well, that's a skittish fellow, wasn't he?
But the camp that it had before it ran off is still there if you wanted to investigate that.
See if it's got any rations that we can return to him if he appears later on.
So there's a little campfire that's been stubbed out. You can see the sort of markings in the ground where it must have slept. And then you will see like the body of an elvish child that has been basically hollowed out. All of its organs and stuff like scooped out. All the flesh like removed from beneath the skin. And it's just the remains, the leftovers, as if you had like caught and skinned an animal to eat for dinner, and then the leftovers were left there. That's what this small child looks like. It can't be, an infant no more than maybe like 3 years old.
Well, let's do our best to bring the remains to the elfin village that we're going to. Hopefully somebody might be able to get a bit of closure, at least, the last burial rites for their last of kin.
I think the guards in Seville altogether will be like shocked, disgusted at that discovery. If you even like gave them the chance to see what it was before you like covered up.
Probably, cover it and then bring Sev over. Just say, Egg Vanden or otherwise.
And he shakes his head. There's no way to tell. There's the baby's not dressed in any way.
No. Not like a flesh suit is going to be identified by a random parent either, is it? I think Braz will stop long enough to give it prayer rites.
Gruesome.
I mean, Sev's instinct as a warrior especially is to hunt down and kill this person, this snake. But the rational side of him with this prisoner he's caught and the circumstances that you've been in is, going to win over and realise that the best thing to do is to push on and get back to the city as soon as possible.
Yep, total agreement.
But we
make his people aware that such a monster is out there.
Yeah, but we failed that roll, so you're going to take fatigue and roll again.
Oh great! Oh great! More fatigue.
We're taking fatigue, are we? No.
Yes, because it's journey. It's particularly hot and sweaty and humid day. Braz, a d20 plus 4. Just need to get a 12 or higher. Yay!
Here we go.
And then a con check from both of you, please.
Oh, great. Do I get to restore some?
You can restore one. Yes. Braz, you're fine. You don't take any extra.
Oh, my
I've
modifiers have
taken-
went up by 1.
I've
Yay.
taken one more fatigue, but my inventory hasn't gone down. That is weird.
I think it doesn't actually decrease your inventory size.
It should,
Below.
because when it's decreasing like your strength, it should decrease the
Oh,
inventory down
now
to the
now it's
minimum.
updated. Yeah, now it's updated.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because for me it's a double whammy because every -1 to my con also negatively increases them. So the strength, the base strength stat decreasing it, and my con modifier is a big one for Braz.
I mean, traveling through the rainforest is going to take its toll, especially with such a big body that you have.
And the fact that I'm doubling up on armor. We've got both a gambeson and leather. And a shield and helmet, yeah.
Hang on a minute, I'm carrying too much.
I feel well armored, but it is Cambodia, and this is not pleasant. So,
But with that, eventually you're going to reach the elvish city of Shiravada.
I like the artwork.
I spent way too long today trying to get artwork that was half decent for what I had in mind. Yeah, because
saw you and Dave talking. Yeah, this looks really nice. I really like. I mean, is it AI or is it?
This is an AI one. This is Dave got me this one because I think he's paying for Mid-Journey, so he gets slightly better, I guess.
The line art looks. I mean, the line art that the AI has done looks really nice.
Because I wanted something that was sort of Mesoamerican, but still not just, like Mayan ruins. And everything I was getting was just like rip off of ruins, and it was all overgrown and everything like that.
Something still living, please. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great, but it'll do.
No, it looks great.
Yeah, so you reach the city. Sev finally come up to the gates, the entrance to this city, at the walls, and speak to the guards and tell you who you are and all the rest of it, and you will be granted the entry in. He will, of course, need to go off and speak to his commanding officer and let them know what's happened, let them know what's been left on the road and what you came across, and then, of course, the development with this child that's been killed.
Because we would have had to have gone back on ourselves to pick up the wines, wouldn't we? Which we didn't do.
Yes, but obviously if you're going to take the goods you have along the road to the outpost and then Janish anyway, you will be passing that point in because it's just the one road.
Oh yeah, good point.
So what do you want him to like? Do you want him to say anything or trying to acquire anything for you while he's going off and like speaking to the authorities?
I think transport, so we can lighten our burden. Definitely. Anything you can think of, Daryl?
Not right now. I admit, as a player, I'm currently struggling to stay awake, so my brain is starting to sort of cease functioning.
That's fine. I'm just going to wrap up. I just want to, if I have to do a roll for something first, so I've got it set up for next time. But a wagon, transport of some sort. I'm just going to want to like spend like the night, the day here, and check out the market and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that'd be good. I've got 2 fatigue that I'd like to try and wear down as well before heading out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you've got 2 fatigue, then if you rest here tonight, you're just auto going to recover that.
Yeah, exactly. Best to reduce those 2 fatigue, then increase it to 3 with the next travel. That was what I was thinking.
Yes.
I haven't got anything that I'm carrying that I want to sell on. Nothing that I want to pick up really either. Unless there's anything specific that we can get from this city that we can't get from
well, there will be
the normal market.
But I'll need to add it before next time because I didn't actually forgot to stock the market. But they will have elvish weapons, which are slightly different to regular weapons.
Ooh. Certainly be keen to check that out. Cultural exchange and all.
Get an elvish scimitar.
Oh yeah. See what armor they have available. If I can trade up for my leather.
Yes, they will have different things at the market here. He is not going to be able to secure you transport immediately. You're going to have to go and give your side of the story and things like that before that can happen.
Yeah. I think Braz would be more than happy to report alongside him. Maybe even bring our prisoner and maybe one of the Taurans just to give their side of the story. The fact that they were just hired help. They had no idea they were working with bandits. Question mark.
Alright, I'm just going to make a note here for next time so I know where we are.
Place to stay as well, obviously. Place to stay, a carriage, mules. Do these guys come from the checkpoint town? The guards we're traveling with?
Yes, they came from the outpost. Yeah. So they're
They won't
Varanth
be.
soldiers.
Yeah. Oh, okay, good. So they will travel on to Varanth with us.
Yeah, they'll go with you because they need to return to the outpost.
Sounds good.
So they won't want to stay too long. You guys can stay as long as you want, obviously. But we can work that out next time when you've got the rest of the party here.
Yeah.
It's not like Drac not to even say he wasn't going to be there. He's usually quite good about that stuff, so I know what's happened.
Yeah. It's not like him to disappear in traffic.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah. Still a good session though.
I will give you both 3 XP for bringing Sev back home alive. And you can take an extra 1 XP because you survived. And I'll just give that to the other guys.
We get another XP.
Yeah, you get 4 in total.
Oh, sweet! I level up.
13.
Let's see what I get for leveling up before we.
You get a roll of talent, don't you, at level 3?
So I get to roll HP. I got 5.
Oh.
I get to roll a talent.
Do you know what's hilarious about that? You got 5 extra, and that's like Drac's whole HP bar.
You get to roll with advantage for HP? No.
Yes. I get my flourish is increased by 1d6.
What?
So,
so you're just leaning into that. So it's 2d6 every time you deal damage.
3 times a rest period, yes.
Oh, that's great.
I love that you're like Demonborn and it's just life leech.
So I just want to just see how it works. Let's see. Right, so I need to remember that it's 2d6 because of my talent.
I can change the wording on your thing.
The ability? Yeah.
Did you try
Maybe put in this a square brackets at the end, include or call it improved flourish or something.
Well,
Just give it like a plus.
I just dragged it over onto your sheet.
Oh, and it worked.
Did it work?
And then I just need to edit your actual flourish so it says 3d6, is that right? Yeah.
No, 2d6 total. So my increased flourish heal increases the HP I gain by 1d6. It was 1d6, so now I'm guessing it's 2d6. That's my take.
Okay, yeah, so it says 2d6 now.
Really nice.
That's a lot of HP restoring.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is you need to hit someone first, though.
That's inconsequential. It's not like I missed 3 times in a row and hurt myself.
You have to get yourself a fine elven rapier or saber or something.
That would, yeah. So, something that allows me to hit. Something that allows me to use my con modifier for hitting things.
Headbutts, just doof.
Yeah.
Hopefully when it refreshes, it'll update your max HP, because I can see your max HP on the sheet is 24.
Yeah, and just the little
23 out of
token on the
19.
side.
Yeah, I think when it refreshes, it should do it, though. I gave both of them their XP, so that's fine. Yeah, you only go and speak to the people in the city first, and then you'll get somewhere given to you to rest and all that kind of stuff afterwards.
free time to go wander around the marketplace and have a look at all the things you come up with.
Well, I'm happy I creeped up. Being the tank means I have likelihood to get XP, especially the fact I get bonus XP for going down dying as well.
If you ever lose that much HP.
Oh, I've got 2 increased flourish heals. I'm just going to get rid of the one that says level 0.
No, the level 0 is the one you got when you started.
No, I thought it was like flourish was just a standard ability. Because under effects I've got, oh no, so under talents I've got 2 increased flourish heals.
I think that is just like the level 0 is the first flourish. Because I
Okay,
don't see flourish anywhere else in the talents. Do you know what I mean?
I thought it was just like pit fighter ability.
Yeah, it is, but like the level 0 one is like signifying the first
The base
instance
class
of
one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fixed ability, a fixed talent that you
Yeah,
get.
but that's why that appears as your like your level 0 one. It's taking it basically from 0 to 1d6.
There's no multi-classing, is there?
There is,
Oh.
I believe. I don't know if I'll need to check up. I can't remember if it's supposed to be after you max out at level 10. You can just start like classing in something else.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh,
So
I
you
like
can't
this.
voluntarily.
I did read something about multi-classing.
My relentless ability is affected by my implaceable talent, so I actually do get advantage on my dying checks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you shouldn't be dying like.
Oh
ever.
my god, yeah, so I get advantage. I also get up on a roll of 18, 19, or 20,
Yeah.
and if I pass a DC 18 check, which is also at advantage, I just get up.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're a demon.
Fucking
Yeah.
tanky.
Inhuman.
Just
I
need to
feel-
actually.
I want to roleplay this one for you, Braz, because I feel that you're divine, so you probably have like a little sense of things going on. Like, Durdle obviously feels invigorated when he's fighting an opponent, right? So he thinks it's just like that's just how it goes. So obviously he recovers hit points. I want to imagine what you see as a transfer of life force.
Like, no, you're coming back lesser every time. You're losing parts of yourself, Turtle. Stop it. But, I'm better.
Yeah, I feel like I want to give that as like a roleplay potential for you on that if you want to do something for it.
That could be a good campfire discussion. It's like, well, if you drop down a few times, it's like, Turtle, when you bounce back up, it's not a good thing.
I've only had it once so far, and I did like the bonus XP I got, so I kind of want to do it more, but I have too many hit points.
Yeah.
I do find it funny that I have more than double your hit points,
Isn't it crazy?
and I have more than almost 5 times the hit points.
I think the last level up I had was like a 2 with my +1 constitution, so I went from 6 to 9. Wasn't that impressive?
You just know Drax's going to go up by 1 or 2 again. And then lose it to his Raven when his Raven goes.
Oh god.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
permanent loss if his Raven dies?
Yeah, he has to spend an HP to get it back.
Oof.
But to be fair, he makes full use of cheesing that Raven to get spells off.
Oh.
And such.
Yeah. Was he like I was able to pick another spell when I leveled up. Was he able to do that himself as well?
Yeah, every time you level, you get a spell.
Yeah.
He's got another 5 XP before he levels up again, though.
Yeah, I'm at, I think. What did I just
So
see?
when you return the goods, that'll be a quest, and you'll get
Oh yeah.
XP for that.
Yeah, bunch of
Whatever
goals.
happens in between as well.
Yeah. You will probably get another quest given while you're here in the city, no doubt.
Luxury.
Opening up the
We might even be able
possibilities.
to sell the crown whilst we're here as well, right?
That
oh
was-
god, the elf crown.
That was the initial whole point in coming out to try and find
Yeah.
a guy to present it so you could return the crown, yes.
So we don't get accused of being murderers / robbers
Yes.
essentially. So we wanted to do it the right way, didn't we?
Hopefully, yeah.
As long as you don't fuck it up.
Well, you've got a guy you've rescued here to kind of give you support.
Vouchers.
Yeah, and vouch for you. So that should go a long way.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, we had people not turning up and going away early, but that's what happens.
Yes. Good session overall, though, and it gives you a chance to come up with a new marketplace for us.
I think yeah, because I'd started doing it and then I just never finished doing it. But yeah, I want to get some elvish weapons stuff like that put in here anyway. I think I've got a few of them made up.
Especially now that we've got a bit of spending money.
A little bit.
Just a small bit, tiny little bit. All right, well, I'm gonna head off. You guys have a good a good night. I'll speak to you next week.
I am also going to go to bed, so have fun, guys. Cheers.
Yeah, have a good one. Cheers, boys. Bye bye.